Hi everyone and welcome to Jab and Move with your host Stephen, and today's video is going to be the prediction for the big fight, Eubank versus Benn 2. What do we think is going to happen here? How is it going to play out? And also what my thoughts are and how I think the victory is going to go and who's going to go to. So let's climb into it, guys. I know it's a big fight, like I say, it's a bit of blockbuster the first fight. I think there's a lot of factors in that, and I've spoke about this before. I'm not as excited for this one as I was with the previous one, I'm going to be honest, because the first one for me, there was those factors of if Eubank is going to turn up, obviously what happened with all that, the unknown of Benn, rustiness in the ring, Eubank with the rehydration clause, is that going to affect him? And obviously I think for the first fight, I actually went for Benn to win due to the rehydration clause being a huge factor on Eubank. Now, obviously that didn't play out. We've seen what happened. You know, it started strong. It was quite even. I think I had it sort of by round 7, possibly 8. It was close, made one round in it, possibly tied. And then after that, Eubank really started to control it and take the fight away from Benn. He used his jab more effective. He started to put his weight on him and he started to outbox him as well in those later rounds, which got him the points victory. So what do we think is going to happen here, guys? Obviously, we've seen all the build-up and stuff. Benn looks more controlled. He looks a bit more calm and composed in his thinking and his talking. Eubank's just Eubank as usual, but he has shown him a bit more respect, which is fair, I think, because I don't think he underestimated him, but I did think Eubank thought he was going to have a much easier night that night than what actually transpired. So he's definitely going to look at him as more of a threat now. And what we haven't factored in yet is that those guys have already been in the ring now for 12 rounds, so they have, you know, the know-how and they have the knowledge now of how they're going to fight and what's going to happen, and they've felt each other's punches, they've felt each other's strengths and weaknesses, but it's who can adapt, who can change, and what can happen here moving forward. So let's dive into it, guys. I think we are going to see a different fight, but I think we're also going to see a knockout. But I'm going to go against what I said last time. I don't think we're going to see a Benn victory here. I think with Eubank's rehydration last time being the factor, but seeing he got through that and actually got stronger as the fight went on, which was big respect on that end. I think he's going to start strong in this fight. I think he's going to put the fight to Benn a lot more. He's going to know that he's got the reach and the height now, so he's going to use that to his advantage. Whereas before, Benn was a bit of a wild animal and sort of went in, and Eubank kind of had to process that and work through that round by round and then sort of take command of the fight. I think we'll see that from the start, sort of Eubank really starting to assert his dominance. Benn will start as well strong and he will go for it. But I don't know, I just have this weird feeling that we're going to see a bit of a weird switch around in the fights. I think we're going to see Benn trying to be more sort of composed, calm, pick his shots, pick his moments when possible, not go in completely gun-ho. And I think we're actually probably going to see Eubank do the opposite and try and go gun-ho at the start, put the weight on him and switch it up a little bit. So, especially with Bomac in his corner and stuff. So I think it's going to be really interesting here. And for me, I'm going to be honest, I don't see, even though I backed Benn last time, I don't see a way that Benn wins this one. I don't think he's going to have the knockout power to take out Eubank. I think the rehydration before was a factor, but I think he, obviously looking at the obviously the weigh-ins and stuff, we could see that Eubank actually sort of did it quite comfortably this time. And maybe it was a bit of a, you know, bit of a show last time, and that's why we thought it's going to be a factor this time. But no, I don't think it will be as much. So I'm going to go for Eubank victory. I'm going to go for a Eubank win by knockout in round 9, and I do think Benn will hit the canvas before that. I wouldn't be surprised if Eubank hit the canvas, but I don't think it'll be as a convincing knockdown as Benn hitting it. But I do think Eubank possibly could hit the canvas in this, so they both could hit the canvas, but I think Eubank gets the deciding vote here and gets the deciding victory with a round 9 knockout. Let me know your thoughts, guys. What do you think is going to happen here? Like I say, it is a big fight. Who wins, Benn or Eubank, and how do they win? Also, I just want to have a quick note that I am looking forward to seeing Richard Riakporhe fight as well, and I think he will have a sort of standout victory and start really imposing now and seeing what he can do in the heavyweight division, which will be interesting. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you after the fight. Take care. Bye.